What's going on, everybody? I want to talk to you guys about voicings today. So I'm gonna let you guys take your time to get up in here, but we're gonna hop on here and really talk about some voicings really quickly. Why do you use certain chords and not other chords when you're playing the same type of chord? So today I really want to be focusing on that F minor, right? So the F minor 7. Coming down here and playing it a little different. So our root note that we're going to be in today is E flat, and I want to talk about how you can just add a different, texture to your voicing, so you don't have to always play the same type of chord. I know a lot of times we find ourselves just being fixated where we can only play certain voices because that's the only chord that we know, and I want to give you like some different ideas that you can do, or a different idea, not ideas plural, but a different idea that you can do whenever you're playing certain minor shapes. And it's relatively simple, but you just got to work on the practice of doing the placement, okay? So let's go back on. We had a few comments. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. What up, man? What up, man? Hey, hey, hey. What scales should I learn besides the major scales and the pentatonic? Key of A flat. What's good from North Carolina? Nice guitar. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All right, cool. All right, so like I said again, this is just a teaching moment, so I just want to hop on here really quickly and just give you guys like some tidbits. If you're brand new to this channel, do me a huge solid and subscribe and click the bell to be notified. Also, too, if you've ever heard me talk about Kerry's Camp and you're just like, yo, what is that? And you want to check it out, you can go to Kerry's Camp at any time. KerrysKamp.com, okay? So today I want to talk about just a particular voicing. I like this voicing, it's real subtle. And I use it a lot of times when I'm playing, so that way I don't find myself playing the same kind of chord voicing all the time. So from an E flat, I'm going to talk about going to that too. So instead of me just playing that minor 7 shape, that F minor 7 shape, which is cool, I'm going to spell out the bass notes. It's like I'm playing a minor 7 without using my middle finger to play that note. So on that F sharp minor 7, instead of doing that voicing every single time, I'm gonna just, it's a subtle change, but it sounds really good, all right? So I'm gonna use this song by Kalani called Distraction. All right, here we go. Super simple. I went first chord. So the first chord I'm playing that C sharp minor. I'm going to go that E diminished 7. Then I'm going to do that kind of new spicy chord, if you want to call it a chord, like a new version or new voicing of that 2. So I'm just doing a regular F minor. All right, cool. Let's do it one more time. Super quick. Here we go. Do me a favor. Pick me up, baby, no paper. 'Cause I got my stack of back at the top. And like I'm just walking that note up. I'm only striking down one time. I'm not like, so if you guys can see my hands, so you see when I'm playing that chord, I'm not doing. So I'm telling you, if you add that chord to your repertoire, you can use it on any placement for the two, right? So if your root note is on the 5th string, so let's just say we go to B flat, right? I can go to that too. Same movement. So let's say my root note is in D, right? I go to that too. That's another thing too. Like as a guitar player, I find it a lot more fulfilling as a guitar player to play the melodies in the chords versus just kind of hanging on the chords, right? So best part, right? I'm gonna go a half step above, then resolve on the one. So that I'm like, that's me. I'm helping to facilitate the song, so we're not just kind of staying right there flat. A lot of times you may find yourself doing it. Don't try to do it for every particular movement. It's all about placement. Anytime that I'm doing a lot of my movements, everybody's like, "Oh man, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I literally sit here and I work on trying to make sure that I'm placing it in the right space, so that way it feels really good, you know. And you can find yourself getting really trying to go around this little lap all the time. You find yourself just kind of on this hamster wheel, like creating different things, whatever. But back to the main point I was saying at the beginning of this lesson, talking about different voicings, right? So for my 2 chord, especially when my root note is on the 5th string, as I showed you and I demonstrated, right? We can be in B flat. My root note for the 2 chord is going to be a C, right? So instead of me playing a C minor 7 every single time, I can spell it out. It's a little bit more of a subtle change. And I'm not striking down every single time. I'm just. And then too, get used to trying to sing your lines, man, whenever you're doing your riffs. That's gonna make your stuff a whole lot more tasteful and colorful if you start to try to sing your lines instead of you just kind of like playing really, staccato. Now that's gonna take you some time of really just being methodical of working on sliding in and out to make sure every time that you do the movement that you're landing on the entire the expected place that you want to land. So a lot of times when you're starting to do these exercises or you're doing these movements, you may land all over the neck of the guitar and you're not landing on the place that you intend to land on. Try to work on just being intentional of landing on the place that you want to land on. So when I'm doing these movements, I'm going to loop that. I can't even tell you, it's probably a disgusting amount of times in order to ensure that I'm doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So. always going to go back to what the first particular part of what I was doing was intending to learn that movement. So all of the other riffs that I do, everything I do around that will merge back into what the original placement idea that I was working on, right? So I'm always getting familiar and used to how I can place that movement throughout everything else that I'm doing. So I might be doing like a different kind of chord progression. I'll just go back to it just so I know exactly what it sounds like, what it feels like underneath my hand. Everything that I always do is I'm going to try to go back to land to that same particular thing that I intended to do in the beginning, because it's just going to help me to retain it and remember it. So even as you're like kind of moving all around and like developing different ideas, you want to find yourself always trying to land on what you were working on initially. Don't get so distracted. I know it's easy sometimes when you're playing and creating to just get distracted and just kind of go on a wild goose chase, if you will, or, you know, go down a rabbit hole and find yourself playing whatever. But try to remember the intention behind what you were practicing. You know, if you want to work on that new chord or work on that new voicing, work on whatever it is, do all your other cool stuff around it, but always kind of go back to that center intention part that you want to do, because it's going to make the most sense to you playing. It's going to be all over the place, but then it's going to be like, okay, we're going to go figure out how to land this playing back in the spot that we wanted to land. All right, I'm cool and read some of these responses real quick before I get up out of here. Let's see what we got. We had a whole bunch of stuff going on. All right, cool. Let's see what they said. Good afternoon. Sounding great. Appreciate it. Can you show how to use the diminished 7 in relation to the minor 7? If you want to know how to use all those diminished 7s or whatever, like I would tell you to become a camper. I talk about this stuff at an extensive rate in my camp. So go check it out, kerryscamp.com, KERRYSKAMP.com. You definitely get all the secrets and the tips and the sauce. Please, what's the secret to R&B? I'm trying to understand. So Israel, you're a prime candidate for Kerry's Camp, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you all of the sauce and the tips and the secrets. So go to kerryscamp.com, KERRYSKAMP.com, and check it out. Wow, bro, that's nice. Appreciate it. Philly in the house. Big fan of your rhythm. Showing love from South Africa. That's what's up. Amazing voicings. Yeah, brother. Sauce King. Does that C minor become a different chord once you do that hammer on? No, not really. These chords you were playing in best part are also around the 2 chord. No, the song I was playing in best part, I was actually playing the chords in the song. I just put the 2 in there just to randomly place it, just to show you like how sometimes you can randomly play in a whole bunch of stuff, but you want to go back to the root idea of what you were doing. Please do a video on your gear and your pedals. I've done that plenty of times, but if you really want to see all my gear, my pedals and stuff like that, you should definitely become a camper, because I go at an extensive rate of showing you how I use the stuff. So you should definitely check that out. Boston Me 80 Telecaster, Tom Anderson, and Polytone. Is there somehow you could show a different cool effects you use while you're playing? I don't really use that many effects, man. For me, it's mainly going to be reverb. That's usually always going to stay on. I will have some delay here and there, and it's just overdrive. I don't do anything else outside of that, because most of my gigs are like clean gigs. You know what I mean? I don't have to do anything kind of extra. I have, you know, a chorus here and there if I need it or whatever, but not really too much stuff, whatever. Okay, you got carried away. Yeah, definitely. I'm human. I'm a musician. I'm a guitarist. Guitarist first. Stupid question. Can you tell me what chord progression that is? No, I cannot tell you that. I wish you can do Amazing Grace. I'm not doing that lesson either. There's so many people that have done Amazing Grace lessons. We got some campers in the house. Sweet. Sweet. Kerry, are riffs and licks the same thing? Yeah, it's just verbiage. Riff and licks are the same. All right. Well, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little ditty that I jumped on here really quickly. I'm gonna get back into working on some other ideas. Love you guys. You guys be great. You guys stay up, stay healthy. Like I said again, if you're brand new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Please click the bell to be notified whenever I'm hopping on here from time to time, because I will do lives like this where I teach you something. Sometimes I just sit on here and answer a whole bunch of questions. You never know, right? So I want you to make sure that you're a part of what's going on. Also, if you've heard me talk about Kerry's Camp and you're just like, you want to know what that is, just go check it out. Go to kerryscamp.com, KERRYSKAMP.com. All right, man. Y'all love, peace, stay up.